Welcome to Sun Awesome Mondays, good looking people. I'm Someone Awesome Rob, and today I'm going to do a little list for you of the top 10 games of 2014. At least my personal opinion of my favorite titles that I played this year. So let's get into it. Let's go with number one. This isn't in any sort of order. This is just randomized, so don't think, oh, this one is the best, this one is the least best. In the top 10, so they're all good. But number one is Mario Kart 8. Of course, Mario Kart 8. If you've played Mario Kart on the Wii, that was a pretty good game. Then Mario Kart 7 came out on the DS, and that was good. That was enjoyable, but you kind of set in that fatigue of Mario Kart, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, they're not changing it up too much, got kart customization. And then Mario Kart 8 came out, and I don't know what happened, just something special happened with this game, with the anti-gravity, kart customizations, all the characters that you can get, plus now DLC that you can get with Link and the Animal Crossing characters coming out later. It's just, they've kind of fine-tuned it, and it looks gorgeous in HD. The levels are insane, like the anti-gravity, as I said. It just changes the game up and makes the tracks feel really unique, and they look beautiful. Now, on a completely opposite side of the scale for like family friendliness, Alien Isolation. This is my second pick. This is number 2 on the list, at least, and it is. I enjoyed the crap out of this game. There's something about it, just the cat and mouse, the fear factor of sneaking around with a xenomorph, that is just off the rails. He's not guided by anything, he just does what he feels like, and you gotta try and avoid him. So it's always tense, you never know what he's gonna do. So I enjoyed this a lot. This game was so much fun, especially after Colonial Marines, which everyone knows, like, that just tanked so hard, and kind of put a massive stinker on Alien as a franchise. There hasn't really been a good Alien game, but Alien Isolation is one you have to play if you're an Alien fan, or just like kind of like scary games. Like, this was so much fun. I would play this, I'd have people watching, and they'd be crapping their pants while watching it, and I enjoyed the crap out of it. So definitely play Alien Isolation if you haven't yet. Number 3, Shadow of Mordor. So if you're a Lord of the Rings fan out there, this one you have to get. If you enjoy sword fighting and gore and all that kind of Middle-earthy stuff, this game was awesome. It's got the Assassin's Creed kind of sneaking stuff going on, but they kind of perfected it into a stealth game where you play as Talion, like this dude who's now got a wraith with him. He can't die, he'll always come back to life. And they have this Nemesis system which they've added, which is essentially the main reason to get this game. This Nemesis system is essentially one enemy will have his own characteristics, and it will create completely different enemies. So my game will be completely different to your game. The enemies I fight will be completely different to the ones you fight, but they remember you, and they will fight you. If they kill you, they'll be like, oh my god, you're back alive, alright, I'll kill you again. And you kind of get to know these enemies, and you can work out little schemes and muck around with like the hierarchy of their ranks and stuff. I hope other games adopt this mechanic, this Nemesis system that Warner Brothers made. It was probably one of the best things that has come out in the game this year, and I highly recommend Shadow of Mordor. That's why it's on the list. I recommend all these games. Now, number 4 is one of my favorite TV shows, turned into a game. It finally came out, and it met my expectations. It actually surpassed my expectations. I kind of lowered them after delays and stuff, but once it came out, South Park: The Stick of Truth just nailed everything I hoped it would. It looked like the TV show, it was enjoyable to play, it was funny, and the storyline was just ridiculous. The combat was solid, it was a good old turn-based style combat going on. The game looked exactly like a TV show. That was probably one of the high points of this game. It looked like you were playing a South Park cartoon. Like, if anyone came and watched, they'd sit down and go, oh my god, I'm watching South Park, where someone actually has control of it. So South Park: Stick of Truth, definitely get that one, because I want to play it again. I enjoyed it. It's basically, think of it like a massive movie. Like, if you enjoy a South Park movie, or if you want to watch a season of South Park, why not just play through the most ridiculous, messed up season of South Park you've ever seen? Let's go with number 5, and that is Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, not the 3DS one. While the 3DS one is essentially the same, I guess you could chuck it in there as like a side thing to this number, but number 5 is the Wii U version, because it was insane. It's HD, 8-player Smash, insane roster of characters. Once again, the 3DS version has those characters, but the game was just perfected on the Wii U because of the control schemes you could have. You could pretty much have anything as a control. You could probably use a TV remote as a control. they had that many. I think there's like the Wii U gamepad, the Wii U Pro Controller, the Nunchuck, and Wiimote, just the Wiimote, the Pro Controller, or the Classic Controller. You could use your 3DS, and the GameCube, if you have a GameCube adapter. And so it's just insane. This game was so much fun. There's so much content in it. There's so much to do. It's endless hours of fun. You can play online, which is though questionable. I enjoy playing games one-on-one because the lag is less. Group battles, not too great sometimes. So online is the iffy part with that one. But if you have friends over, the amount of controllers, you should have enough controllers for your friends. So Smash Brothers for Wii U is a definite get if you have a Wii U. Now my number 6 pick is a game I enjoyed a lot this year, but the only problem is it's an online only game. There's no single player component to it. So if you have no internet at all, this game you can't really play. But if you do have internet, I definitely recommend checking out Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. I enjoyed this a lot. It was an odd thing for PopCap to make. Like, you got Plants vs Zombies and you think, they're gonna make a third-person shooter? Alright, but it turned out incredible. It was so much fun. The graphics are insane. They look amazing. So much customization, so many characters to unlock. Just countless hours of content in this just multiplayer mode of a game. Let's move on to number 7. Now I know there's some Child of Light fans out there going, where's Child of Light gonna come on this list? Right now, this is my number 7 pick. Child of Light. This game was a beautiful game. The story was very interesting. The gameplay was really tight, like the turn-based mechanics, sort of like the South Park game itself. But they were great. The graphics, or like the art style of this game was so like nice to look at. It was just a beautiful game. So much fun to play. A surprise game. I kind of looked at it and was like, oh, okay, that looks alright. And once I played it, I was kind of hooked. I was invested. I loved it. Child of Light, number 7. Number 8. Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, I've never played a Dragon Age game. I own them. I'm pretty sure I own them on Steam because they're like $5 every now and then. But I never invested the time to actually sit down, play through a Dragon Age game. The time passed. Like, everyone stopped giving a crap about Dragon Age, so I never bothered. I felt like, you know what, whatever. Now, Dragon Age Inquisition is out. Holy biscuits, I get it. I enjoy the crap out of this. This is a very nice looking game. It's kind of like Skyrim with the dragons flying around. You crap your pants, you gotta fight them. And I like the fact that you can play as anybody in the party. So I make my character and I'm just like, I don't want to be that person. I want to play as someone else in my party. I like that. The strategic camera I don't really use too much, but I'm sure on PC that's probably like a really useful thing. But Dragon Age Inquisition, if you have one game you have to buy, like if you only have like, I don't know, $60 ever like to spend on the game, probably get this one because the hours that this game just goes on for, like I think it's like 300 hours plus of content. It's money well spent if you want something enjoyable, especially if you like RPGs, because it is one. If you don't, then that would be stupid to get. Number 9 on the list. I hope you like dying a lot in video games, because if you get Dark Souls 2, you're going to be doing that a lot. And I mean like a lot. And this is never the game's fault for you to die. Like, it's not. It is a very difficult game, but it's not the game's fault that you die all these times. It's your own fault. Everything that you do, every movement you make is your own choice, and you've got to work out how to get through situations. Like, this is very much a trial and error game, but once you've done something 1,000 times, like you're fighting a giant boss, he'll kill you again and again and again. But once you work out the exact way to beat it, you just get like, I don't know, some kind of like psychological thing, some chemical release in your brain that just makes you incredibly happy. So Dark Souls 2 is just one of those games that's just incredibly punishing, but addictive because you want to beat it. And when you beat it, you just feel so happy that you passed it. But then you're on to the next trial and you just die 1,000 more times. Now the final game on my list is, it surprised me, this game. I saw the trailers, I kind of like went, that looks really crappy, I'm not gonna get it. But I got it anyway. I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go because I enjoy Zelda games. I like Zelda, I like Link, all that stuff. So I thought I'll get Hyrule Warriors. Never played a Dynasty Warriors game, never had any interest in them. Thought, you know, the only reason that sold me on this was the Zelda factor. But once I played it, I have been playing it every day since. In fact, once this video's up, I'll be playing it. I'll be gonna fire it up. I've got the Wii U behind me. I'll be playing this game because there's just hours and hours of stuff in here. they've got this adventure mode map. Like the basic gist is like, it's a hack and slash game. Like you fight dudes, hundreds of enemies, all that fun stuff. But they've got this adventure mode map, which has specific criteria, and you've got to replay levels and unlock stuff. I enjoy that. I don't know what it is. It's very simple. There is a bit of strategy behind the game that you've got to work out. You got to level up characters. There's a lot of characters, a lot of like Zelda characters and stuff, obviously because it's a Zelda game, but they do have like created characters that aren't from the Zelda universe. But I like this game. I don't know why. I just find myself sitting down playing this every night. So that's why I've got it on my list, because it looked crap, but it's actually incredibly fun, incredibly addictive, and I enjoy it. So that is my list. That's my top 10 games of 2014. I want to give some special mentions, of course. Main one being Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I'm currently playing through that, and it is a very good game. So I can't put it on my list because I haven't finished it, but I feel like if I had finished it, it may have knocked a couple of games out of this list. Another one is Bayonetta 2. Haven't finished that one because these ones just kind of came out and there's been a lot of games coming out. Don't finish that. That may be on this list. I heard a lot of people say good things about that. Another one I want to mention is Ground Zeroes. Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. I can't chuck that on my list. As much as I enjoyed the crap out of it, it was too like much of a teaser. It was just like a demo for the new Metal Gear Solid 5 coming out next year. That one I have a feeling will be on the list. If it's anything like Ground Zeroes, which it should be, just massive, that will probably be on next year's list. But we'll see, we've got to play it first. It may suck completely. But Ground Zeroes I enjoyed. If you want to play that, definitely check that one out. Another demo-y game, which actually is like one of the greatest demos ever, and that is the PT demo on PlayStation 4. The graphics on this are insane. The gameplay, I don't know what's going on, but we sat down one night and played through this, and it was so much fun. So that is a special mention. It is a game, but it's a demo game. Like it's just a tech demo. It's a playable teaser, PT, playable teaser. I would check, if you have a PlayStation 4 and you haven't played that, I would definitely check that out. That was a lot of fun. Spooky, terrifying, crazy stuff going on. I'm very interested in seeing how Silent Hills comes up, like when that comes out, how that works. If it's anything like this, holy crap, we're in for a special treat. But that is the games of 2014. I hope you like that list. If you agree with it, great. If you don't agree with it, great. Go play the games you want to play, but these are the ones I enjoyed this year. If I fail this, I'll be embarrassed. Alright, jerks, let's go. So we want to focus on these little dudes, not so much the big guys, unless he's easy. Christmas present of 2014 for a gamer. Of course, this is for a gamer. If you're not a gamer, or if you just don't